What's going on, Tackle Warehouse fans? We're here, ICAST Day 1, 2024, Orlando, Florida, over here in the Berkley booth with my man, Justin Lucas, here to talk about some really cool stuff. I know first up is something I'm super excited about it. We were just talking about it. I know we both are anxiously awaiting this. This is gonna be the new Berkley Fusion 19 Hybrid Jighead.
Yeah, man, this thing is awesome. Right off the bat, probably one of the things I love the most about it is the hook size and weight size are painted on the backside of every one.
Absolutely.
So if you just put that in your box, like you're in a hurry, you drop it in there, it's easy to pick it up and be like, oh, that's a 3/16 1/0, right?
Yep.
So that's the first thing. But more importantly, bait keeper is a big deal. You want to be able to have a jig head that's going to hold your bait up there really well. What I love about this is I don't need to use super glue.
Yep.
I hate using super glue personally.
Yeah.
I hate worrying about getting it out. The 3-barb system here, it balances the weight of the head down the shank, and it holds your bait on there super well. So that's really cool. It's a light wire Fusion 19 hook, so incredibly sharp. The balance of the weight, below the eye of the hook is really important to get some of the rocking and rolling action when you're shaking a minnow. And then last but not least, and this is detail stuff for me, but you can see the line tie is recessed in the hook.
Yeah.
And that is super important. I lost the biggest smallmouth of my life last year using another brand hook in the fall. I went up to Idaho and I lost the fish because the line got down in the crevice of the eye and broke. And I literally just lost this fish and I reel it in and my knot's still there, but the line broke. So there's no way for your line to break here. And it's a 90-degree line tie, so you're going to get great action out of swim baits and any type of minnows like we're about to talk about.
Yeah, awesome. Like you mentioned, we've got some stuff that maybe you guys hopefully are going to rig on the back of the hybrid swim head. First up is going to be the drop swimmer and
drip minnow.
Sorry,
I got you.
drip
Dude,
minnow.
You're working hard.
Drip
this
minnow.
week. It's good,
dude. Totally.
I got
drip
you.
minnow and the drip swimmer. Like I said, hopefully he can be rigged on the back of that. Justin's probably caught a lot more fish on these than I have, so I'm going to let him talk about them.
Yeah, they're awesome. 3 different sizes, which is really cool. You absolutely need in a minnow these days. If you're fishing Lake Guntersville, of course, you're going to want to go for the 5-inch, imitate some of those bigger thread fins and some of the smaller gizzards, and even Lanier, the herring, stuff like that. They're big over there, But we also have 4-inch and we have 3-inch as well. And you're going to see the difference between the swimmer and the actual drip minnow is the tail. This has a flat, like kind of a spade tail, and this one's got a little boot tail on it. So you're gonna get a swimming action out of this. This one's more of a swim bait. This is more of your shaken minnow on a hybrid jig head type deal. But all the way down to a 3-inch. So if you go to Dale Hollow or somewhere where you need to get a small bait down really deep, we have that. And then of course, I would throw that right now at Lake Guntersville on an 1/8 ounce in about 15 feet of water. And I
Giving away secrets and everything out here,
It's all
man.
good. It's all good. We're trying to teach.
Awesome. Yeah, that's going to be the new Berkley Fusion 19 Hybrid Jig Head. Super sharp hook. Awesome features like he was saying. And the new Drip Minnow and Drip Swimmer available in some awesome sizes and ultra realistic colors. The head is coming soon. The Drip Minnow and Swimmer available now for pre-order at Tackle Warehouse. All right, guys, next up, we got something that I'm super excited about, something that I'll be utilizing a lot, and I know you will be too.
It's because you're a scoper, bro. Go ahead. He's a scoper.
Listen, man, it's a really effective way to catch fish and good fish at that.
Absolutely.
I've seen the live scope that you use.
I mean, I use it every now and then,
We've got the new Berkley Forward Braid. And I know he's got a little bit more time with it than I do, so I'm going to let him kind of jump into the details.
Yeah, so it is a finesse braid available in 2 different colors. You can see the dark green, moss green, and the high-vis yellow. But what's unique about this braid is instead of being like a crossed weave pattern, it's just imagine a long piece that's thermally fused together. So it's a round braid, but it's going to last like an insanely long time. If you wanted to spool up a spinning reel, unless you break it off or your 2-year-old comes and takes it all off the reel, this stuff's going to last all year long. Yeah. And what's crazy about it is your casting distance will stay the same all year long too. So traditional braids are going to soak in water, they're going to get air in between the fibers and everything. This stuff doesn't allow that to happen. So even after 1 day of fishing with this stuff, traditional braid will cast about 20 to 30% less than fresh off the spool, and this stuff is going to cast fresh off the spool, feels like fresh off the spool every time for months down the road. So really cool stuff, available I believe all the way down to 4 pound to 17, so lots of different varieties there. insane casting distance. You can reach fish at 100 feet on forward facing, no problem with this stuff.
Which I won't be doing because I don't use forward.
Yeah, right, yeah. All right, but yeah, I use forward too, guys. We're just playing around here.
Absolutely.
It obviously is the deal these days, and the forward braid is built for it, meant for it. You guys will love it. It also works traditional drop shot and any other, finesse braid, spinning reel stuff, but specifically for forward and long cast, it's the deal.
For sure. That's one thing I was going to mention is even if you're not using the forward-facing deal, it's super important to still get long cast and get to the fish that haven't seen that specific bait before. So It's going to play across the board. That's going to be the new Berkley forward finesse braid coming soon to Tackle Warehouse. Make sure you guys get some when we get it. All right, guys, next up, something I'm super stoked about. I'm a big jerkbait guy. I throw it probably when I shouldn't be most of the time, but I definitely catch a lot of fish on it. This is the new Berkley Stunna. We've got new sizes and colors here.
Yep. So I've been playing with these for a while, dude.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen a lot of big fish I posted at Guntersville last fall.
On a secret bait?
Maybe. A bunch of them came on this guy right there. So this is the one I'm most fired up about. This is the 112 plus 2, and you can get this bait down 8 feet no problem, but if you put it on 12, 10-pound line, you're going to get it down to 10, 11 feet. So you can get it super deep. Those fish that you're looking at on forward facing that are just too deep to get anything else, you can get this to them. Of course, you can get a minnow down there, but when you want to show them something erratic, this is your guy. So I love that bait. Wish that would have been something we've had for years now, but thankfully it's coming out now. We also have the 100, so that's going to be your standard 100. This is a step down from the original Stunna 112, and then a Stunna 100 plus 1, so a little bit deeper diving, smaller bait.
For sure.
But all three of these, dude, stoked about them. I love the Stunna. It's my favorite jerkbait ever. I've caught so many fish on them, done great in tournaments on them. You can see our new colors right here. We won't name them all off for you, but I'll pick a couple favorites out. Of course, you guys just saw that one. That's the blue vapor with the orange belly, and then French pearl with the orange belly. You got to have that. But my favorite color overall, of course, we've had for a while, Hanky Panky. That's available in all of these as well too. So you guys got to check them out. The Stunna stuff is amazing. It wins tournaments. It's helped me cut a bunch of checks, and I've caught a lot of fish on them.
Awesome. That's going to wrap it up here for the Stunna. We've got the new sizes and the new colors here available now for pre-order at tacklewarehouse.com. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to my buddy, Justin Lucas. Justin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
See you guys.
All right, guys. Next up, I've got my man, the fishing magician, the hammer, Emil Wagner, in here to talk about the new Magic Swimmer, some colors, and then I believe the Unrigged CullShad here. I know you've been a big fan of a lot of these baits for a long time, so I want to hear your 2 cents, your opinion, and what you think the deal is with these guys here.
Yeah, so the new Magic Swimmer, the Magic Swimmer has been a staple on herring lakes for a long time. I get the privilege of guiding on Lake Lanier full time when I'm home, and something we really needed in the lineup was some new colors. And what Berkley's come out with is honestly custom paint level colors in stock regular Sebile prices. A couple of my favorite ones so far. This bone color, this reminds me of like if you take like a white, fluke style bait and leave it out in the sun for a while. Something we used to do, and people would come out with custom colors that mimic that. It's like a burnt white, really good on cloudy days. This Pro Blue, probably a favorite color of mine in the Stunna. We have that in the Sebile now on a sunny, windy day. I really like that one. And then this herring spawn, we had this Morning Dawn Chrome. It's awesome. For whatever reason, spotted bass love pink. So that one, again, on a sunny day, I've been leaning towards that Morning Dawn Chrome. We got them in the 125 sizes as well as the slightly smaller ones, and I mean, they're incredible colors. They're going to be huge players on any herring lakes, Murray, Hartwell, Lanier, anything like that.
I hear you have a little bit of experience on some herring lakes catching a fish or two.
Yeah. Like I got on Lanier, Hartwell.
Awesome.
I love all of them, so
awesome.
they're great baits.
Yeah, I'm pumped about that. Now this one I might be even more excited about, the versatility on the Unrigged, man. I want to hear what you think about it.
Yeah, so we got the Unrigged CullShad. I mean, obviously in the spring, anytime you're around floating docks, those CullShads are going to be perfect. It doesn't matter how good of a harness you have. Sometimes when you're trying to really get in some tight spots or skip that bait really far, it's nice to have an unrigged version you can throw on like a 6/0 weighted hook or even unweighted. So this is going to be really key when you're around some super thick cover or you're wanting to get super far back behind some floating docks or anything like that. You could even take the 5-inch, I think, and use it as like a really big chatterbait trailer or something. So you're going to get that same CullShad action, and you're just going to have a lot more versatility. So I'm really excited about that one.
Awesome, man. That is killer. The Unrigged CullShad available in a 5-inch and 6-inch, and then like we said, all the new Magic Swimmer colors available now for pre-order at Tackle Warehouse. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for Emil. Thank you so much, Emil, for stopping by.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you spending the time talking about it. You guys make sure to check out Tackle Warehouse for all this great new stuff. All right, guys, up next, I'm here with Aaron, the product brand manager from Berkley. Aaron, how you doing?
Great, nice to meet you.
Awesome, awesome. We're gonna be here talking about the new Berkley Jack series. This is one I'm super excited about. It comes in 3 different sizes, bunch of different colors. Aaron knows probably a lot more about it than I do, so he's gonna give you guys the lowdown on all the Jack stuff.
Yeah, so the Jack is pretty sweet. It's unique in that it's very heavy from a lipless standpoint. It's great for bomb casting. You can work it up and off the bottom, mud, sand, sparse vegetation, what have you, but it's very heavy. So if you're gonna be pulling it like yo-yo, if you're gonna be ripping it through on a straight retrieve, you have to pull it through on a pretty good clip. There's 22 colors, there's 3 sizes, there's a 6, a 7, and an 8, again, that are designed for super far cast, super aggressive reaction bites. It's got a really good wobble and roll to it, so it's got really good water displacement, and it's got this really cool, and if you can see it, this knife back blade design that allows the angler fatigue to be really reduced, so you can fish the bait really hard, really aggressively for a long duration of time, and it also creates a dual flash point that allows for more flash when you're using these types of baits is key. And then last is the tungsten weighting. So we have a lead ballast, but also tungsten balls that create a very aggressive, loud, high-pitched rattle. So again, when those situations that call for that type of a bait, you can get some really solid bites and really solid hits off of this.
Awesome, man. That is an awesome new little lipless crankbait from Berkley there. Like he was saying, a bunch of different colors. I mean, I've got almost jewelry of all the colors here. Each one super, super lifelike, realistic, vibrant, just awesome selection there. That is the new Berkley Jack from the 7 all the way to the 8, or sorry, the 6 all the way to available to the 8. Available now for pre-order at tacklewarehouse.com. That's gonna wrap us up at Berkley. Aaron, thank you so much, brother, for sticking around, telling us about the Jack. You guys take it easy and check out the website for all the new products Berkley releases.